In a remote village in India, nestled between the verdant hills, stood the crumbling ruins of an ancient fort known as Kaalgarh. Legends whispered of an old ghost who haunted its dilapidated walls, a once mighty king named Rajendra who had been betrayed by his own kin. It was said that he roamed the grounds, forever seeking revenge on those who dared to approach. One moonlit night, a group of thrill-seeking travelers decided to explore the fort, dismissing the warnings of the villagers. Armed with flashlights and bravado, they hiked up the steep path, laughing and joking, their voices echoing in the stillness. As they crossed the threshold into the fort, a sudden chill enveloped them, silencing their laughter. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of decay, and the walls seemed to breathe with a life of their own. The group wandered through the empty halls, marveling at faded murals that depicted the glory of Rajendra's reign. But as they ventured deeper, an unsettling feeling took hold. Whispers slithered through the air, indistinct yet filled with malice. Suddenly, a low rumble reverberated through the fort, and the temperature dropped sharply. The lead traveler, Arjun, felt an unseen force push him back. "It's just the wind," he insisted, though doubt gnawed at him. As they explored the crumbling ramparts, the atmosphere grew heavier. Shadows flitted just out of sight, and the whispers intensified, forming words, "Leave, this is my domain." The group, now visibly shaken, turned to retrace their steps, but the entrance had vanished, replaced by a solid wall of stone. Panic set in as they realized they were trapped. One by one, they succumbed to their fears. A girl named Mira, feeling an overwhelming sense of despair, called out for help. In response, a figure materialized before them, a spectral form draped in tattered royal robes, his eyes glowing with an otherworldly fire. "Why do you intrude upon my sorrow?" Rajendra's voice echoed like thunder, filled with centuries of pain and betrayal. "You will pay for the trespass." The air crackled with energy, and the walls seemed to pulse with his wrath. The travelers scrambled to escape, but the ghostly king conjured visions of betrayal and death, showcasing the treachery that had led to his downfall. They saw shadows of his kin plotting against him, their betrayal leading to his brutal demise. The fort's corridors twisted, transforming into a labyrinth that disoriented them further. In their desperate flight, Arjun stumbled upon a weathered statue of Rajendra, his expression twisted in anguish. Inspired, he shouted, "We acknowledge your pain. We didn't come to harm you." The ghost paused, the flicker of his rage momentarily quelled. "Your words are empty," he growled, yet the intensity of his fury wavered. "You have trespassed on my grief." But perhaps, the specter swayed, torn between vengeance and the pain of his past. Seizing the moment, Mira stepped forward. "We can help you find peace. Let us remember your story, not as a tale of betrayal, but as a warning. You don't have to be alone in your sorrow." For a heartbeat, the air grew still. Rajendra's expression softened, and the shadows around him began to retreat. "Speak my truth," he whispered, a hint of sorrow threading through his voice. The group shared tales of Rajendra's bravery and the kingdom he once ruled, recounting stories passed down through generations. Slowly, the rage that had consumed him began to dissipate, replaced by a profound sadness. As dawn broke, the first rays of sunlight pierced the fort's darkness. Rajendra's figure shimmered, and a sense of calm enveloped the space. "Thank you," he murmured, the anger fading from his voice. "I will no longer haunt these walls." With a final nod, he vanished into the light, leaving behind a sense of peace. The entrance reappeared, and the travelers stumbled out into the morning sun, forever changed. From that day on, the villagers noted a shift at Kaalgarh. The whispers ceased, and the fort became a place of reverence rather than fear. The tale of Rajendra transformed into one of remembrance, a reminder that even the most tormented souls could find peace, if only someone would listen.